Picture a future where massive trucks glide silently across highways, saving fleets millions while cutting emissions to nearly nothing. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, the Tesla Semi is making it real, and it's closer than you think. I'm Danny, and today we're diving deep into why the Tesla Semi is set to flip the trucking world upside down. From its jaw-dropping tech to its game-changing economics, this electric beast could redefine freight as we know it. Stick with me to see how, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're pushing for 1,000 subscribers, and your support gets us there. So, can a single truck really change an entire industry? Let's find out. This video is all about the Tesla Semi-its cutting-edge design, real-world performance, and how it's paving the way for a cleaner, cheaper future for trucking. We'll break it down into three big parts. First, the tech that makes the Semi a powerhouse. Second, how it's already saving fleets money and keeping drivers happy. And third, why it's the key to sustainable freight, from California to Mars-bound supply chains. With a 500-mile range, lightning-fast charging, and a price that undercuts diesel rigs over time, the Semi's not just a truck, it's a revolution. Ready to see why? Let's roll. The Tesla Semi is a marvel of engineering, built from the ground up to outshine diesel trucks. At its heart is a 900 kWh battery pack, soon upgrading to Tesla's 4,680 cells, which pack 5 times the energy density of older 2,170 cells. That means more range without adding weight, which is critical when you're hauling up to 44,000 pounds of cargo. The Semi's empty weight is around 27,000 pounds, leaving plenty of room for payload while matching diesel rivals. Its drag coefficient? A sleek 0.36, better than a Bugatti Chiron, slicing through the air to save energy. It can hit 60 miles per hour in just 20 seconds, even fully loaded on a 10% grade try, that with a diesel without tipping over. Would you believe an electric truck could be this powerful? The Semi's powertrain delivers instant torque, making highway mergers smooth and stress-free. No gears, no grinding, just pure, quiet acceleration. Inside, the cabin's a game-changer, with noise levels below 60 decibels, quiet enough to chat without shouting, unlike diesel's 80 decibel roar. The driver's seat sits dead center, with 2 massive touchscreens for controls, giving better visibility than traditional rigs. And those Megachargers? Tesla's building 46 stations by 2027, each pumping 1 to 2 megawatts to add 350 miles of range in 30 minutes, about the time it takes to grab a coffee. The Semi's also got hardware for Tesla's full self-driving tech, set to roll out later in 2025, letting one driver lead a platoon of driverless trucks. Can you imagine a convoy of Semis cruising with just one human at the helm? Now, let's talk money, because that's where the Semi really shines. Fleets are hurting from diesel costs, driver shortages, and tightening carbon rules. The Semi flips that script. It uses about 1.6 kWh per mile, costing around 21 cents per mile, and average US electricity rates of 12 cents per kWh. Compare that to diesel's 59 cents per mile at $3.56 per gallon and 6 miles per gallon. Run 3 Semis in a platoon, cutting drag by 15%, and are down to 18 cents per mile, third of diesel's cost. Over 100,000 miles a year, that's a savings of $41,000 per truck. Maintenance is another win. At 10 cents per mile, it's half diesel's 20 cents, saving $50,000 over 5 years. Would you switch to a truck that cuts your costs in half? But the savings don't stop there. The Semi's battery is a rolling power bank, holding nearly 1 megawatt, or enough to power a home for a month. Parked at night, a fleet of 20 Semis could feed 20 megawatt hours back to the grid, earning $75,000 to $90,000 a year in California's energy market. A real-world example. PepsiCo's Bakersfield plant uses 5 Semis, each with 40% charge at 7 p.m. They push 2 megawatt hours into the grid and $170 per megawatt hour, then recharge at midnight for $55 per megawatt hour. That's $230 profit in one night, or $84,000 a year. Add in California's low-carbon fuel credits $4,760 per truck for 100,000 miles, and the numbers stack up fast. Plus, a $40,000 tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act drops the Semi's $180,000 price to $140,000 for buyers like Andrew, a veteran KSAS. Driver, can you see why fleets are lining up for this? The Semi's also a driver's dream. The US trucking industry faces a shortage of 82,000 drivers, projected to hit 160,000 by 2030. Why? Long hours, loud cabs, and constant fatigue. The Semi changes that. Its quiet cabin and smooth ride cut driver stress, with studies showing 38% less fatigue on a 600-mile shift. That extra 1.2 hours of alertness means safer drives and fewer fines. In a PepsiCo trial, one Semi covered 1,076 miles with just a driver swap, no fuel stops or oil checks. Fleets lose $12,799 per driver, replacing the 25% who quit each year. Cut that churn by 10%, and a 250-truck fleet saves $319,975 annually. Drivers like Fredo, who tested the Semi between Modesto and Reno, say it's a game-changer for retention. If you're a driver, would you stick around for a quieter, easier rig? Oh, and don't forget we're chasing 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest on Tesla's game changers. Now, let's zoom out to the big picture. The Tesla Semi's role in sustainable freight. Trucks make up just 1% of vehicles but 20% of emissions and most carcinogenic diesel particulates. The Semi's electric powertrain cuts that to zero, earning carbon credits like $7,650 per truck from federal renewable identification numbers for 120,000 miles. Tesla's Nevada factory, set to produce 50,000 Semis a year, is scaling up to meet demand, with 26 test trucks already logging 7.9 million miles. By 2026, a refresh with 4,680 cells could push the range past 500 miles while cutting charging times by 30%. The 46 Megacharger stations form an electric corridor from LA to Charlotte, letting Semis cover 36 hours cross-country without diesel. And on Mars? Tesla's planning to send Semis to support Starship missions, with Kevlar skins and aerogel paddles to handle the planet's harsh conditions. Could electric trucks really help us colonize Mars? Why does the Tesla Semi matter? It's not just a truck, it's a new way to move goods, save money, and clean up the planet. With fuel and maintenance savings, grid revenue, and tax credits, the Semi pays for itself in under 2 years, turning fleets into profit machines. Its quiet, smooth ride keeps drivers on the job, easing a crippling labour shortage. And with zero emissions, it's tackling 20% of vehicle pollution head-on. Tesla's 46 Megachargers and self-driving tech will make freight faster and cheaper than ever, while the Nevada plant ensures supply keeps up with demand. PepsiCo, DHL, and others are already on board, with thousands of pre-orders flooding in. But some fleet managers are still hesitant, worrying about policy shifts or upfront costs. What do you think? Will the Tesla Semi dominate trucking, or is it too soon to go all in? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we want to hear from you. If you love this deep dive, give us a like, share this video, and subscribe to Auto Intel with notifications on. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and every click counts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.